It's Friday. Let's go. It is a special edition. Oh, look at that. Barn Burner presented by Ben365 with Canadian sports media icon, Cabral Richards.
I appreciate it. I am a Canadian, and that's about the truest part of that.
You're in sports media?
I am. It's okay, fine.
And
2 out of 3.
I believe you're iconic.
No.
Okay, so got to tell a story. Join the program, jump in with the super chats. All the money you put in the YouTube chat will go to the youth centers of Calgary. It's a great place to help kids in high-risk communities live great lives, have great role models, healthy food, safe place after school, all that good stuff. Get involved. Cabbie is in today.
It's very cool that you guys do that, by the way.
Thank you. Yeah.
Salute to this show. You guys do.
You know what? It was something that it was not front and center for me, which is probably a bad on me. But when we started, Boomer was like, I don't know if this podcast is going to work, but we're doing a huge Christmas charity and we're blowing it out. We're going to do an auction. And I found a charity that's going to be great. And I was like, oh, that is something we should be doing. That's awesome. Great. So our first check ever is up there.
Shout out to Dean.
20-some grand for kids to have Christmas that otherwise wouldn't, which was awesome. And then we get these super chats that came in, 2 years ago, Jackie?
Yes, 2 years ago.
And almost like, okay, super chat.
That's so inside baseball.
Yeah. Find maybe something that touches any of you guys, like something personal to the community. And I have close ties to a charity called the Youth Centers of Calgary. My parents love this one. My mom's always making bag lunches and things for that. And she's always raising awareness. She's like, we need to get people that aren't my age into this charity. And next thing you know, I was like, okay, well, maybe I'll chat with them. And here we are. They got 2 locations in town. The Flames are now involved.
So you're
there.
Surrounded by good people is what you're saying.
100%. Boomer
Okay.
would tell you, I'm not a good person. I've just been placed in the perfect spot in life.
It's all about timing.
Get involved in the show. Cabbie does not believe he's an icon. Yesterday, you were doing your show in the morning.
Yes.
And I cracked because closeted Calgarian, Cabbie, by the way. Do people realize yet?
That's an interesting term there.
You got a Toronto show.
Yes.
And many people, if you're like, hey, you Cabbie on the street, like, oh, yeah, I love that guy. You're like, what do you think he's up to? He's like, oh, he's for sure in Toronto doing something. Like, you're here.
I am here. Yes.
You've been here for how long now?
I've been here for 4 years. 4 years.
4?
Yeah.
Do you still get the, oh my God, Cabbie, what are you doing in Calgary?
Yes. I got it recently. I was I was at a bookstore. Yes. I was at an Indigo in, is it called Crowfoot?
Yeah, sure. Up in the Northwest.
Yeah, yes. I live in that quadrant of the city. I just kind of stick to my quadrant, but my little guy, I have a couple little guys and we were there in the kids section and they were just causing a ruckus. They had anyway, it's not that important, but yes, someone did say, yeah. Like, what are you doing
in a bookstore in Calgary?
Like, you see those kids smashing the Barbie, yeah,
that's right.
4-wheelers. Those are my guys. That's why I'm here.
Amazing stuff. How old are the little men right now?
They're almost 4 and 2, bro. We're in it.
That
Third
is
ring
full
of hell.
chaos. That's great. Are you out of nap prison yet or not yet? Your 2-year-old still nap?
Oh, yes. Yeah. Thank the Lord. Yeah.
Because it is good, but it's bad in the sense that, like, if you want to do something, you're always like, God damn it, this one kid's nap. We got to go back to home base and resettle for nap. But at the same time, it's like, okay, like, we need a breather from this little champ.
You guys might appreciate this as Calgary Flames fans. So, most days I'm just trying to run out the clock. Just trying to get to nap time and just trying to get to bedtime. Yeah. I imagine, although salute to your boys, 5-4 win last night. That was great to see in New Jersey.
No?
No? What do you mean no?
Great. We'll get to it.
And you're taking out Jack Hughes like his other tooth. He has one good front tooth. That almost got broken last night. Yeah,
dude's going to have just empty gums. He's going to be like that old man with dentures by the end of the year, the way it's going. But I think he'd trade it for the wins he had in Italy. It hasn't gone well in the NHL. Flames do win. You talk about running out the clock, just getting a kid to bedtime so you can finally
yes, dude.
That's the Flames fans trying to get to the draft lottery. This is what I'm trying to explain to you.
I know you and I have had, I don't know how much off-camera conversation you bring into the show. I imagine it's probably
We've mentioned on the show that we're 3 horrible negative humans and that you're this incredibly positive good human and that you're like, go Flames. And we're like, Cabbie, stop.
Yes, like,
don't do this to us.
Backlund getting his 600 point. I was like, yes, that's a great goal, 5-2.
I'm in for that. I'm okay with Backlund hitting milestones. And I'm okay with them getting 1 win on this road trip, but they better lose the next 2, Cabbie.
No.
And if they don't, it's on you. They're sitting second from the bottom. They're in the catbird seat. Vancouver's the worst.
Yes.
You got draft lottery balls are going to swing some things around, but you need to get a high pick so this team can be good for your kid's life. You remember the Flames when they were good. They've never made the playoffs when you've had children.
As a guy
let's speed that up.
From Toronto, we marveled at Flame, like the Red Mile.
Oh,
we were 04. We were like, what is going on? And there was flamesgirl.com or something. There was a web. We're like, what is happening in Calgary, Alberta? And then we heard about the Stampede, and Tim McAuliffe, one of my best friends. Yeah. Tim's like, if you ever go to Calgary, you have to go to a place called Cowboys. And he gave me Doug Don, and this is so inside baseball, but some of your listeners might be from that era, or your viewers. Mm-hmm. Gave me Doug Donald's business card. It was the GM at the time, and salute to Dave Erner also. Yeah. But like, so anyway, we went and we're like, oh, this is one of the best adult playgrounds ever, like in the country. There's Carabana in Toronto. Mm-hmm. There's the
F1 in Montreal.
F1 Montreal, and then there's I was gonna say Pride Weekend. That's all. That also is very bumping out there
in Toronto, especially.
Yeah, in Toronto, and then the Stampede out here. Yeah. Like those are three times of the year, three carnivals, if you will, that are just lit. So
it's 10 days here. It's a marathon, not a sprint. People's first stampedes, it's always like by Wednesday, they're just like, bury me now. I'm no longer for this earth. You're like, slow your roll, take a day. All the carnivals are going to be here in the day, whether that's tents or music or bars or the ground. There's lots of days here. Don't go too hard.
So as a Flames, you want to sprint to the end of the season. Is that
if I could press fast forward now and the season's over and we could watch playoff hockey and I could settle into that 2-3 in the Central, which is probably going to be Dallas, Minnesota.
Oh my gosh,
and
bro.
Watch the Sabres play at home in the playoffs after missing for 14 years and then be like, oh, we're only 3 weeks from the draft lottery. I'm pressing the button right now. I don't need to see anything the rest of the way.
You don't want to see how your young D guys are Parak and who's the Hunter?
Brzustewicz. Yeah, I mean, it's fine. Like it's just the way they're using them. It's not like they're playing top pair minutes and it's like, let's really see. They're kind of still, bubble wrapped. It's like, oh, we'll give you some third pair and then we'll take you out for a game, put you back in with them. Like, I want to just see if you're going to have these games and you understand that being bad is going to get you a better player and shorten your rebuild and allow your kids to watch a better team when they, are old enough to go to games and cheer for their local sports team. You just want that to hurry up. Like, let them make all their mistakes. I'd have Brzustewicz and Parekh playing 20 plus a night. Let's go. I don't need to see
just
more.
Just fast forward.
I know what Hanley and Pahal look like, and they're fine. And they're probably at this stage safer plays for Huska. I just want play the piss out of the kids. Let them make all their mistakes. Let them go into the offseason and say, okay, I was given a top 4 role, and here's what worked and here's what didn't, and here's what I need to be ready for in the fall.
If you guys are blessed and you guys get Gavin McKenna, get the number 1 overall pick and you guys select Gavin McKenna, are you okay with if he doesn't turn into Bedard or McDavid or Macklin Celebrini for 5 or 6 years in that new building?
Why would it take 5 or 6 years? Like what number 1 guy that turns into a star? You either do it or you don't. It doesn't take 5 years. The comp for him is.
It could be injuries. It could be just not like it.
Now you're bringing evil into the show.
No, it's fine. Okay, you're right. No, I should. I do.
What if he breaks his leg? Stop it, Cabbie.
You're right. You're right. No, listen. I'd love for the kid to immediately, or whoever you guys get. It could be
Stenberg.
Bearhoff.
There's a bunch of guys now that sort of getting tossed around in that top 3.
I want them to be, as close to their prime, like right from the jump. But that's just not how it happens in hockey. You need a lot of time to develop. You need a long runway.
Sometimes you get a Schaefer that just explodes in his first year.
Oh, yeah, that kid's amazing.
But other times you're like, Bedard didn't have a great year last year, right? Like he had to figure it out, and he went to the lab and picked up a ton of foot speed, and now you're seeing him as a game breaker. It's season 3. I get that. But like the comp for McKenna that I like the most, because I'd heard Kucherov about a year ago. I'm like, oh my God, that's wow. Like IQ off the charts, winger, not a center, but still controls, like moving chess pieces. And if you want to go like Kucherov light for me, that's Panarin. So that's probably a safe place to think he could get to. It's not too high. It's not too low. Panarin is not the best player in the NHL, but he's a star. And you've seen it since he's got to LA, like their production and their goals per game is up. He's just going to be there a point per game. He does not blow you away with his skating, but he's IQ's through the roof. But like Kucherov is Art Ross's, and he's in the getting heart votes, and he's lifting the cup multiple times, which you want. But I think that might be the top end outcome, not the realistic one. And again, we're talking about draft nerds comps, not mine, but the Panarin one, I'm like, yes, give me Panarin. I will take it. I'm not going to get greedy. I don't want the broken leg that you're trying to wish upon the city.
No, man. I'm saying it might take time.
I'll take a Panarin.
You might need to marinate him in the oven a little bit, just some seasoning on the young fella before he's fully baked and
we don't expect a career year when he's 18. Right? Like that's not reasonable, but you'd expect him to come in, show flashes of what he could be, and then round out his game in the first 3 years to a place where like, okay, now he's entering his prime. We know what he is in this league.
And you got to put some vets around him too. Shout out to our guy, Tyler Toffoli out there.
Tough dog.
Out there in San Jose doing God's work with Will Smith.
Damn, boy.
Celebrity.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
There's a goal in that game last night. We'll show you as well. So it's funny because Cab will come in and be like, "Oh man, Flames look great! What a win!
Like, 3 in a row, big fella. Let's go!"
Those bastards were down to the nerve. Don't they know what's at stake this year?
There was a point where they were 1 point out of the playoffs.
Yeah, I was gone, and you donkeys all said they would get into a playoff spot. And I'm like, I need to be on this show. Someone's gonna talk some sense into these asshats. They're not getting in a playoff spot. This is a tank season. They need to pick high, sell everyone. Imagine if they were in a playoff spot at the deadline this year and you're like, no, we're going to keep, we love Mac. We're not moving these guys. Like, it wouldn't mean anything bad now. It's just like all these pieces that they now have in the system that are going to get signed coming out of college, the picks that they've got this year and in the coming years, like you're just putting that down the road another 3-4 years, 2 years. It's like, we want this rebuild to be quicker, not longer, right? So it's short-term pain for long-term gain.
It's incredible what Boston's been able to do in a season, bro. That retool, it's got to be studied. I know it's again, obviously different personnel, and this is just coming from a Toronto brain, just because the show Off the Roster we do is Toronto focused, and we're just looking at Boston, just like 24-25 was a disaster, and then they're back.
Swayman in net, McAvoy in the back end, Pasternak up front.
And Geeky just had this, incredible.
But like that's where they're different than Calgary. You don't have a 50-goal guy to build around.
Yes,
you don't have a 20-goal guy. Like that's gross. Jack is anyone?
Wait, Coronado's not a 20-year.
Well, I mean, not this year. It doesn't look like unless he gets on a heater. But like they don't have anyone on pace for 20, I believe, right now, and that is,
that's tough.
Like that is not. Hey, we'll just move some pieces around past and we'll be better next year. No. Next year's going to look a lot like this year,
unless you get Gavin McKenna.
Yeah, it'll be year one of Bedard in Chicago. It'll be fun, but you're still going to be near the bottom. Celebrini's first.
You guys
year.
don't have a 20-goal scorer this year?
Farabee and Coleman have 15 goals.
And so are we past the 3/4 mark of the season, which would be about 60 games? Yes, we are. Yeah. No one on pace for 20.
You have like 18, 19, 17, 18 games left.
There you go. Less than a quarter of a season. They could have one. No one is on pace for 20.
Gentlemen's bet?
Have you puked in your mouth thinking about a team with no 20-goal scorers and how far away they are? I'm doing this for your kids, Cabbie. I might be dead. My wife would have killed me. I might be 6 feet under. I don't know. I might not be around when they're good again.
When the good times are
it's
had
for your kids.
You guys are walking towards the promised land. Cup returns.
I want to go with you to a Flames game in the playoffs. You got one of your kids. I got the other, and we're going in. We're sitting 4 wide, and we're like, Cabbie, I want you to remind the kids to thank me for making sure this team was so bad back in 26 that they could be here today watching playoff hockey.
Well, you are a man that gives out dreams. I mean, you told me a story about your little guys throwing baseballs with a Major League Baseball player. I'm like, man, you are so plugged
Mike Soroka's on the bump tonight. Yes. Calgary's own. Drafted out of high school here. Won a World Series with Atlanta. 2 horrific Achilles injuries. Pitching against the Americans. We'll get into that in a bit. We are in the McLeod Law Studios. If there's an unsolved murder of a sports broadcaster, you could probably seek some legal advice. Well, I just tell you my wife might kill me.
Okay, sorry.
She's in Amsterdam right now at acrobatic shows in the red light district, whatever that means.
It's Pilates over there is different, bro.
Exactly. Yeah. Boy, is that a nudely? Oh no, they're just naked. Okay. Have you been to Amsterdam?
No, I kind of want to go though. I've heard many great things about that district, which is red.
She hadn't been either, but it's like midday at breakfast, so we're doing the old video call. It's like, hey boys, how's breakfast? I'm like, has mom got a left-handed cigarette in her system? She's very chill. And she's like, we're just an acrobatic show. I'm like, there's no acrobatic. I know what that
I can smell mom through the phone, and it smells very earthy. Were you at a cafe, mom?
Oh, yeah, exactly. McLeod Law Studios. Good show today. Darren Dreger is going to join us in a matter of moments, unless he's quitting the show because there's no ret, no bone. But I think he'll be fine. Do you have any Dreger interactions? Because you're one of the few guys that's worked at all three networks. Like
yes.
If you talk about CBC, Sportsnet, and TSN. Never mind the score in the day. Like you've hit for the cycle, Cabbie. Most people have burnt enough bridges they can't do any of those things, and you've been hired by some multiple times.
Yes.
Everyone loves Cabbie.
Well, I don't know if that's true, but I've been. I was at Sportsnet twice and the score. Dreger. No, I haven't seen. I was on Barn Burner in the summertime.
Yeah, last time you filled in, Dreger was on.
Oh, yes. Is that right? No way.
Yeah, and he reminded the audience that like I would
young Cabral.
Well, I was trying to do these on cameras for this compilation show, and I was like eating into their time. The hockey guys are pacing in the background.
You're doing 8 takes.
Yeah, I was like, I'm the 71 take wonder for for people at home, which is when you recite your dialogue that you've rehearsed, or you read the teleprompter. And I was out there. Oh my gosh!
You got Bob McKenzie, hands on hips, like young man. I've got a trade to break.
You could just hear the harumphs.
Yeah.
It's like what is
I love
tapping on the wrist. Anyway, so Dreger and I are good.
And he's coming off trade deadline week. Were you ever around for one of those trade deadline shows or no?
Yes, I had the misfortune. I don't know if he'll remember this, but I was doing like social. It was like the first time I was contributing on the show, and I was doing some like social updates and like, what's going on Twitter? Because Twitter, this is 2013 or 2014, and here's the unfortunate part. So there was a live. It was like YouTube comments before YouTube comments. There were comments on the ticker, and one of the comments was about Joffrey Lupul and Dion Phaneuf's wife, and. So I'm on the air.
How does this get to the ticker? Who's doing our social? Cabbie?
No, I'm standing there and it wasn't, I don't think it was when I was on camera, but this happens. And then obviously it's recorded or whatever. And that becomes part of the story of deadline day. And then my boss asked me like, do you have Lupul's number? I said, yes. And I text him like, these guys want to like call and apologize. He's like, no, I don't want to talk right now. So I had to relay that. It put me in a tough spot. Cause like we were cool. And I obviously, I think I'm pretty sure someone got fired that day because there wasn't community moderation was an important part of the job. And that comment was not moderated. Anyway, that's the only time.
Early days of Twitter. No one would ever say, if someone tweets at our logo, or at our handle, we'll just put them on the screen. Like, not today.
That's kind of what happened.
People. Someone, that guy ruined it. Whoever put that, tweeted that.
The person that tweeted and the person that was responsible for moderating the comments. Did not do a good job. And that was, I think it was 2013, 14. I can't remember what year it was, but that was my only.
That was prime time for Twitter. That was good stuff.
Yeah, that's when Twitter was like a powerhouse and like all conversations around sports. I mean, they were happening on Twitter, and that's what made it like the best sports bar in the world.
Did you see the Austin Matthews thing last night? This is not good for the Leafs in what is probably the most miserable season they've had in a decade.
Since before getting Austin and Mitchie in the same draft.
It feels like rock bottom there. Let's get right into it with our insider. We go to the Crystal Waters guest hotline, of course, presented by our great friends at Crystal Waters. Do you know Crystal Waters? You familiar? They want to be like the guardians of your home.
Oh, okay.
So I'm like, this faucet's loose. This shower thing's spraying the wrong way. My garage heater fan is now broken. One call, all done. Beauties. That's all you need to know. Here's the thing. 403-219-4100, crystalclearcalgary.com. Whatever your home issue is, get them in. They're experts, and they're sitting there ready. It's like being at driving an ambulance. They're ready to go. It's triage. Bam, 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 bam. One guy here. Anyway, awesome. crystalclearcalgary.com. From TSN, Darren Dreger. Dregs, have you been in the hyperbaric chamber?
Sure, yes. Let's go. Hey.
Cabbie with us today.
Oh, you came with the all black. You came in stealth mode today, brother.
Hey, okay, hold on a sec. If I had been properly given a heads up that it was Pinder and Cabbie doing the show today,
you wouldn't have come on.
I would have for sure come on, but I would have dressed appropriately. I would have had a collared shirt.
It's a start.
Instead, I've got a John Deere hat on. I don't think you can see the John Deere. There's a Pattison egg.
There we go.
And then Ryan, I think you've seen this hoodie before. Cabbie, I don't think you have. Take a look at this.
Oh yes, this is great.
Oh yeah, that's pretty dope. What club is that?
That's
Fighting Walleye?
Yeah, that's the Cam River Fighting Walleye. So
Cam River.
It's a junior hockey organization near Thunder Bay, Ontario.
That's far away.
I haven't checked in their standings this year, but they're really, really good. And they're one of those, Cabbie, you'd appreciate this. They're one of those quirky logos. I mean, it's a cool logo, but they're one of those organizations, and it doesn't just have to be in sport, but they sell out almost immediately. Like it's just online merch, right?
Just the merch. Yeah. Get it while it's here.
Yeah, my daughter and her fiance live in Thunder Bay. So anyway, they put me on to Cam River, and I'm like, I want that stuff. So I've got several items now.
I wasn't expecting to be put on game by Darren Dreger, like a game in hockey for sure, but like as far as fits go, I wasn't expecting that to happen on Friday, March 13th.
I get it,
but I appreciate it, brother.
Austin Matthews, take us to Toronto. I mean, this was a miserable season with all kinds of questions to be answered about their future and how they move forward in the offseason before their captain left with what looks to be a serious knee injury.
Could be the low point of the year for the Toronto Maple Leafs. That's saying a lot when you look at the level of disappointment. That is pretty evident when you know you're essentially a non-playoff participant. And this is a team that was supposedly built on promise. But in that moment, you saw your decorated leader in Austin Matthews taken out on a dirty play by Radko Gudas. I mean, I think everybody can, but even more damning than that. And I'm educated now to say that because the injury doesn't appear to be as bad as it looked. Yes, he's going to have imaging later today to fully diagnose the issue. It sounds like a sprain or a strain and not something more damaging. So, he's still going to be lost for several games, if not the remainder of the regular season. But the big takeaway was, it pulled the curtain back. Many people who are the naysayers don't love the way Craig Berube coaches, feels like there's been a disconnect between coach and management and the players. The curtain was pulled back now, right? Otherwise, how do you explain how four other guys on the ice don't recognize what's gone on and respond? Now, do you have to see exactly what happened, or is it enough to see your captain lying face first on the ice? I think it should be enough, right? That's 100%. In the DNA of the athlete, of a hockey player, whether you're a peewee hockey player or a star in the National Hockey League. To have zero response at that point is just brutally unacceptable. But it tells us something, because again, those who are chasing after Craig Berube, he hasn't been able to get this team to play the way he needs them to play, expects them to play, tells them how to play. Well, how many times do you deliver that message before the player just doesn't want to do it, or isn't listening, or isn't willing, right? Yeah. And so in that moment, for a lot of people, they're, okay, I get it. I mean, you shouldn't have to tell a player how to respond when his captain or his line mate or his teammate is lying face down on the ice after a dirty hit. So, it could be galvanizing. We'll see how they move forward. But the takeaway was that there needed to be a response, and there wasn't until they probably, got the tar ripped out of them during the intermission.
So if Craig Berube is playing on this team, I know where he is after that hit happens. And knowing a little bit about Brad Treliving and his history in the minors, I know what he's doing if he's on the ice.
Yeah.
They've tried to build around a core that might be perceived as soft.
Yeah.
A lot of tough veteran, physical players. Like, I understand why people are like, it's not working with Berube here, but like, he can't give them his harder head, is what he said the other day.
Correct.
And so it just feels like how he wants to coach is with a group of players that can't or don't want to play the way that he wants to have his team play.
Yeah. But that's why the challenge moving forward is so daunting. If you believe in Craig Berube and Brad Treliving as coach and general manager, all right, well, then you allow them to try and go out and get players that are going to be willing, who have the heart and have the smarts to play that type of game. Man, is that a tall ask. That's really hard. I mean, Treliving has been looking for those players. It's not like Craig Berube doesn't tell his general manager, all right, look, man, we're too small up front and we don't play with any sort of intestinal fortitude. That needs to change. We got to get stronger, bigger, and faster. And they just haven't been able to acquire those pieces. They haven't been. But I will tell you this, and I don't think that Treliving would mind me sharing this. It was his first year as general manager of the Maple Leafs, and I don't know if you guys remember, but it was Marchand and Timothy Liljegren, and it wasn't good. It wasn't good, and there really wasn't much of a response on that play either. And there was either a team meeting called or Treliving took advantage of a team meeting and said, "This will never happen again on my watch." Doesn't happen. You know, if a teammate is taken out, then it's your responsibility as a fellow teammate to do what's right and show a response and be a good teammate. And to be fair, last night was the first time that I recall where we've seen it as glaring and as blatant as that. So, look, I mean, I don't know what Keith Pelley, who's, you know, now the boss of Maple Leaf Sports Entertainment, views that play, lack of response. I'm going to guess that, like, you know, everybody else, you know, fans and media, coach and management didn't love it. But they've got to look at the bigger picture. And there should be a full organizational review at the end of the year. Where
that's where I want to get to.
But hold on, like, Pelley needs to be part of that review.
100%. Well, because he came in.
He just can't wash his hands and go, no, I'm still the boss here. I get to determine the fate of Brad Treliving and Craig Berube and the coaching staff. You know, I think it's been bad enough this year that if you're doing that forensic audit and review, then do it. But start at the top and work your way down.
I believe he's a year in. Is that right? Because he had his opening press conference and he basically said, winning's the only thing that matters. Like, I don't really care for anything of subtitles. And you're like, boy, are they a long way away from that. He's a guy that's bouncing around sports media. I think he did some stuff over the European tour. Like, if he's doing an audit, who's helping him? He's not run a hockey club before, if I'm correct.
Right. It's a good question. And you know, is that help internal under the umbrella of Bell and Maple Leaf Sports and Entertainment? Yeah, I mean, there's some experienced voices there, not people who have run a National Hockey League organization. But, you know, I think that given the circle of people that he would associate outside of his work environment, I don't think there'd be a shortage of opinion. There'll be lots of people who have some ideas. But I always say the same thing, guys. And it doesn't matter if it's Toronto or if it's Calgary or any team in the National Hockey League, any sport. When you're firing managers and firing coaches, who's ready or able to step in that you can guarantee is going to be better. And if Keith Pelley is around and he's making those changes to his hockey operations, then isn't that really the definition of that decision? You're promising your bosses that, okay, we're going to pay Craig Berube out for the remainder of his deal. Likewise, Brad Treliving, okay, good luck, fellas, but you're no longer wanted or needed here. We're bringing in this person or these people to take your jobs. Well, it's up to Pelley to say they're going to be better and they're going to take us back to the promised land. And, you know, I always say it. I got all the time in the world for Peter DeBoer as an NHL head coach. I do. I think he's in that elite class of being an NHL head coach. He hasn't won. He had a superb team in Dallas and, you know, had his little spat with the game of Jake Ottinger, doubled down on it 2-3 days later, and he's out of work. You know, so, you know, to somebody pop up in the offseason, I don't know. And I'd say the same thing in management. It's not easy replacing NHL general managers, especially in a Canadian market and a market that has the volume of media and faces and voices that Toronto has.
And again, if we're talking about the future of the club and you're talking about a GM and a coach, like if you're interviewing guys, like, well, what am I working with here? Like, do we have Austin Matthews? Am I allowed to trade Austin Matthews? If I say I want to tear this down to build it up, am I now not on the short list? Like,
yeah,
they have to figure out what the heck they're doing long term, because you would
Agreed.
get a king's ransom for Austin Matthews. And if you keep him around, I don't know how you get enough assets around him in the next 3-4 years. They've traded most of the top prospects and picks.
Yeah. And look, I would say that there's an undercurrent of concern, and I don't know that it's concern that Brad Treliving or Keith Pelley have or Craig Berube has. I would just say collectively out there that maybe Quinn Hughes as an NHL superstar has blazed a trail here for these players who have the clout to look at their contract and go, okay, well, I'm a year out. Okay, I'm not going to do what Connor McDavid did and extend now. I'm going to tell you 2 years in advance of my contract expiring that I'm probably not going to extend. And if you're not good with that, that doesn't sit with you as an organization. Okay, then bring me your trade options. But here is the list of teams that I'd be willing to consider going to. And maybe that list is 1 or 2 teams, right? But it's almost the new wave, and just a fortunate few players have that type of clout. Let's be honest here. Austin Matthews definitely has that level of clout. Connor McDavid, of course he does. So doesn't it feel like, based on what we saw from Hughes, and look, Vancouver got a hell of a return for Quinn Hughes. So if you're Toronto and you're not sure that you can turn this ship around as quickly as you would need to satisfy Austin Matthews, then that would have to be considered if Matthews, in fact, shares that sentiment. And I don't know that he will. I think he needs to see action in the offseason, and he needs to see promise that this team is going to be better. And look, we talk about it a lot in this market, and much has been made. He scored last night. Nice goal. Got a bit lucky, to be fair, but it went in the net, right? You know, and then we make a lot of the scoring drought that he just came out of. And you look at the data and you show, oh, look, he's had this many shots on net in his last 10 games or whatever it is. Okay, but you're talking about an elite level goal scorer who isn't scoring goals despite the fact that he's got these chances. And he can sing to the media about, hey, I'm still upbeat and confident because I'm getting these chances. You know what he doesn't get? The elite grade A opportunities that were put on his stick a number of times a night by Mitch Marner, an elite level playmaker. So again, that's just another layer of the retool, if that's what we want to call it. You know, I mean, if Matthews is going to stay in Toronto longer term, then Toronto's got to do a better job of finding better players to play with this man. That's just plain and simple.
Okay, we'll switch gears from Matthews to McDavid. The Oilers had a big win against Colorado, not without controversy, a few nights ago. Last night in Dallas against the hottest team, riding an incredible undefeated streak. It was ugly. Touchdown Cowboys, they put up a 7 spot, and Connor was getting physical. Tristan Jarry, after his debut in Pittsburgh, where he beat Skinner and, hey, all the problems are solved, one game, has been the worst goal in the NHL in goals against, and 58 out of 60 eligible goalies, qualified goalies, in save percentage. It has not been the fix they thought.
No. And look, I mean, the naysayers and you know, people who lean on the I told you so's will see or say at the end of the year, whenever that is for the Oilers, well, even though Bowman tried to develop, you know, just a change, different for the sake of being different in goal, it didn't work, and he didn't correct it, and so he doubled down on a mistake. And I'm not going to be in that chorus. I'm not. You know, it's hard to upgrade your goaltending position in season, and I know Colorado did it a couple of years ago, but I mean, they kind of found lightning in a bottle, didn't they? When they made the double goalies change in Colorado. That doesn't happen very often. It just doesn't. So you go the change of scenery approach, and it does not work. It hasn't worked for Tristan Jarry. But do you spend good assets on, again, taking a flyer on a goaltender? Or do you try and nail down 2 areas that you're pretty certain are going to be upgraded in Connor Murphy and in Jason Dickinson? And look, if I'm being honest, I would say that I appreciate what Bowman did here. Now, he had to cover up mistakes that were made.
Mangiapane.
Yeah, I mean that, but every manager has to do that. There isn't a manager in the NHL, the most decorated, that bats 1,000. It's impossible. It's impossible. So I do think that he improved 2 other areas. And because of that, I still think they believe in time, and it has to be between now and the end of the regular season, that those 2 pieces are going to help the overall defensive structure of the team, which is going to help take heat off of Tristan Jarry and the goaltending of the Oilers. But fellas, it's not that simple either. I mean, when I look at that blue line, you don't just put Connor Murphy on that blue line and say, okay, well, now they're better. Well, one piece doesn't make you whole. It makes you better in a certain area, like penalty kill, as an example. Darnell Nurse needs to be better. They all need to be better. And inexplicably, you know, Evan Bouchard is one of those players. And granted, he's been much better, I would say, since about the midpoint of the year. He has that big game ability, especially in the playoffs, to flip the switch, where if you get Evan Bouchard all year long, he's winning Norris trophies. I mean, let's just call it the way we see it, because that's accurate. They need all of those guys to step up. Otherwise, their season isn't going to go very deep into the playoffs. When you look at Dallas and you look at Colorado and you look at Minnesota, and if the Vegas Golden Knights can figure it out, there's something going on there. If they can figure it out, then I'd put the Oilers 5th on that list, which is crazy when you look at the level of success they've had over the past few seasons.
What do you know about the nature of Ingram's injury? Is there a timeline we have yet or not?
I don't think so. I don't think it's an official timeline. I mean, that was not a scary incident per se. We just don't see it very often anymore, right? Where guys just go that hard to the net. So the only thing I was given, which is very unscientific and non-medical, is we just have to wait and see how it plays out. So specifically what they're dealing with, I honestly don't know that it's just one thing, but he might need a little bit of time, you know, whether that's a couple of games or a couple of weeks. I guess they'll just have to go by what the staff is telling them is right. And
that would make sense with the heavy contact, bleeding in the head. Like if they're worried about a concussion, you just need time to see where it's at. So that would check out. A week ago, we didn't have you. We ran you earlier in the week because you did 27,000 hours of trade deadline coverage with 4 trades or whatever it was. Maybe give us a little peek into your Friday, and then if you want to pivot from that into what Craig Conroy accomplished in a week and what it tells us about the Flames moving forward.
Well, I mean, obviously disappointed in the volume or lack thereof. And normally we have a pretty good read on what trade deadline day is going to be like. And more often than not, it's like it was Friday. It was slow, right? It was slow. Based on the volume of players and the appetite for trades, I thought that Friday was going to be way busier. Twice, maybe 3 times as busy, to be fair. And I still don't have a full read on why it didn't come to fruition. I think there are a couple of financial factors in play here. Fewer teams needed cap space. And because of that, even those teams that had cap space weren't in a position to trade it off because it wasn't needed, right? So there wasn't as much of that as was expected. And you had some big pieces in play, right? And a couple of them belong to the St. Louis Blues in Robert Thomas and Colton Parayko. And neither one of those players was moved. And then you flip it over to Calgary. And I'm sure you got the same feedback. But the messaging from the Flames to us Friday after the deadline was they had a number of amazing offers. That was the word that Craig Conroy used to me in describing the level of interest in Zach Whitecloud. Amazing offers and good offers on Blake Coleman, but not great offers. So if you're getting amazing offers on a player, then why wouldn't you trade that player? And the reasoning is sound, whether the fan base can appreciate it or not. It's the value in Whitecloud and Coleman, but Whitecloud specifically to a young developing defense. So he's going to have a mentoring role. He's still a very effective D-man. So his presence as a leader for the Calgary Flames, but also in the community, right? And how he's quickly been adopted by the community. And you know what? I got time for that, guys. I do. Not every trade, has to be a trade whereby, okay, it's can't miss, or you can't lose. I mean, sometimes you don't make a trade for personal reasons, not just the assets that are coming back the other way. And I think that that's what it boiled down to, and those decisions made by Conroy and company. And so now let's quickly shift over to the deal that did happen, and that was Nazem Kadri to the Colorado Avalanche. And let me tell you this. So right up until 3:00 Eastern, Darren Ferris, who represents Nazem Kadri, was losing his lid because he didn't think that there was a deal in place. He didn't think that a deal was going down, and he thought that Naz was going to have to stick out the year with the Calgary Flames. That's not the worst thing in the world, right? But he knew that Kadri would be disappointed. Everybody knew. We talked about it lots of times on the show about him wanting to go to a contending team. And let's be fair and frank, it was Colorado all along that he wanted to go to. For sure. But when Chris McFarland, did the about face and then traded for Nick Roy, it seemed very unlikely that they were going to turn back on Kadri. And I've heard a couple of things that are of interest, that some of the players in Colorado may have talked to McFarland. All due respect to Nick Roy. Like he's a nice ad for the Avs. But the history with Nazem Kadri, the fit that they see or saw in Colorado, all of that, I think McFarland was encouraged to get back at Craig Conroy, and he did. And he did Friday morning. And I think that Conroy did way better in that trade than he would have in the summer. I don't think there's any question about that.
I agree. Any other details about it? Like, it was weird. We did a live stream that was 4 hours, and we basically spent 3.5 hours losing our minds. They had to move Kadri because look at the market for centers. Braden Shen got what? Nick Waugh got what? How are you sitting on this asset? Like, he's 35. Right. He turns 36 in the fall. Like, do not be caught holding the bag. Let him go chase another championship. It's a win for everyone. Whoever gets him, great player. He gets to go try to win another cup. You get to turn around this ship a little quicker because you're getting assets now, not later. And then the Strome deal comes out, and you're like, oh, maybe they did move Nazem. Because I don't know why you'd bring in a veteran playmaking centerman that's making 5.5 if you're keeping Nazem. I tweeted out to the old chimney of the smoke at the St. the Peter's Basilica or whatever. The new Pope. Something's happened here. We got news. Was that it for you, where you saw that and you're like, okay, this is happening?
Yes, that 100% right. But look, I mean, the Flames management, rightly so, were buttoned down. They, like, to a man, they were buttoned down. And I think it's because they were working on the nuance of the trade. And I don't think that there was ever a hard no, we're not retaining salary, but I think it was preferred, of course, that Calgary wouldn't have to retain. So when you agree to the place where you're taking on the 20% coming back, okay, well, what's the value of that?
Right.
And so even though a trade conversation picked up, because a lot of it would have been discussed before McFarland went to Toronto and acquired Nick Roy. Well, that's the starting point. And it has to be a little bit different because Colorado didn't have the same assets to provide, right? So I think it just took the better part of the day to iron it out and to figure it out. And I think why Ferris was upset was Calgary knew that he would go to Colorado.
Yeah,
Calgary knew
preferred destination.
Yeah, he would have went to Montreal, but Montreal needed more. I think Montreal needed like 40 or 50% retained, and that felt like basically a non-starter. And I don't really know how deep they went into that pool. I think Carolina was one of the teams early in prior to Friday. And my understanding is I don't think Kadri wanted to go to Carolina. That's fair. I mean, again, that's right. Why players have no trade clauses. So, to get back to how this deal got done, I think that the framework was there based on the negotiations they had prior, but because of the salary retention and the nuance of it, it just needed the better part of the day to get it finalized.
I got a couple, Darren, for you. The preface is NFL related, but I hope that there's a story here. So Max Crosby, who was a all-pro defensive end, was traded to the Baltimore Ravens. Baltimore does the physical. He's recovering from a torn MCL, and they pivot on the trade and they go get another rush end because either the internal pressure or the public pressure because they gave up a couple of first-round picks from him.
Yeah.
In your experience, what was the biggest, or what is the most prominent trade that never happened, or that was rescinded, at the 11th hour, similar to Max Crosby's level in the NFL, which is an all-pro rush.
I got one.
Go ahead.
Here in town, and it was probably one of your old colleagues. I think he got suspended for it. The trade of Jerome McGinley to the Boston Bruins.
Confirmed. Remember Aaron Ward?
To be fair, that if I'm reading tea leaves, that was the trade. And then when they did double back to Jerome, who said he'd go to Boston or Pittsburgh, he was like, I just talked to Sid. I kind of want to go to Pittsburgh. I mean,
that's true. And not to throw anybody under the bus. I mean, Wardo was a great sport about that, and he took it between the eyes. He wasn't wrong in the moment, right? No. In the moment, but I remember being in the studio when that was all shaken down, and I wasn't on the main panel, but I was there, and I was trying to communicate to those guys. Like, I literally had Pete Chiarelli on the other line saying, he's not going there. He's not going. Don't report that yet. Hold on. It's not done. And I'm trying to wave my arms.
Yeah.
Hold on. And then they confirmed. So that's definitely one of them. There's no question about that. I mean, for me, the most recent experience was what we went through with Colton Parayko of the St. Louis Blues, right? And it was a weird one. Weird in the sense that, I knew that the trade had been agreed to. I knew the details of the trade. I reported on X that there was an agreement in place. It was believed a deal was going to be done between St. Louis and Buffalo, pending player approval, etc. Well, Colton Parayko had to waive. Now, anybody who knows Colton Parayko, and I don't, I know his agent, Jerry Johansson, very well. And he jokes about this, and he'd probably tell the story. But he said, Colton is one of those guys who, he goes for coffee. He'll stand and look at the 65 selections, and then it'll take him 10 minutes. Like, do I want a latte? Do I want an Americano? Oh, you know what? The chai tea looks pretty good up there.
Or is he?
But no, it's just, what? Some people are wired that way. So look, and then you'll get other agents who say, don't bring us a deal and ask us to waive unless you've got a deal and you're asking us to waive. So some agents and players with no moves and no trades don't want to be part of the process. They don't. Others are like, and in this case, Parayko, hey, if Parayko had a 3-4 day head start, and St. Louis came to him and said, look, we can't, there's a couple of teams kicking tires. Here are the two teams that are kicking tires. I believe it's more likely that Buffalo is going to make an offer that we're going to like. So give this some thought. I'm not saying I'm coming to you and asking you to waive, but I'd like you to give it some thought. And that just didn't happen. That wasn't the direction that the Blues took with Parayko, and he got hit over the head with it. Wasn't upset. He just couldn't make a decision in the timeline that Jarmo Kekalainen and the Buffalo Sabres needed him to make it, and so he had to decline. So that's different. That's not injury related, but it's and people are pissed off because I did my job in reporting it, and his name shouldn't have been reported. Well, that happens all the time in the NFL and the NBA and all, the transparency that exists in other sports, makes the National Hockey League look amateur at a bunch of different levels when it comes to this kind of stuff. But that's definitely one that went off the rails at the last second.
Well, we hope you're well rested. That's a crazy week that you had last week. I hope you've got lots of meat smoking in the backyard, a hyperbaric chamber. Insiders, lay down your phones. You may now rest.
Well, but NHL GM meetings next week in Florida, so I'm actually flying to Florida on Sunday. So if you've got there, I haven't seen the agenda. Colin Campbell, who's the head of hockey operations, because of guys like me, puts that thing in a vault and doesn't send it to the managers until like Saturday or even Sunday because he's afraid it's going to get leaked out. But if you have anything pressing or burning or any of that you want me to throw at the managers, by all means, just send me a text.
I think we should settle the Stanley Cup Final Game 7 3-on-3. So just maybe float that by the waist.
I like the idea.
Thanks, Dregs. Have a great weekend.
Take care,
man. You too, guys. Good seeing you, Cabbie.
You too, brother.
See you later. All right. There's Darren Dreger of TSN on the guest hotline, presented by Crystal Waters, your crystal clear choice for home comfort. Whether we're talking air conditioners, humidifiers, your furnace is on the fritz. We're talking garage heaters, plumbing needs. I give them a list. I give them the old S list. It's like, here's 10 things that's going on here. You get these done for me, my wife won't murder me for like at least another month or two. So they've been great.
Bro, that's the second time you met.
I'm just running with the bit. I'm not really ready to quit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because
she's out of the country. It's like, what time is it in Amsterdam right now? How many acrobatic show can you squeeze? I don't know. She's not seeing this.
Because I might have to be a character witness in 3 years from now when the 6-part podcast comes out on CBC. Yeah. What happened to Ryan Pinder?
It's a cold case, yeah.
Then me and Jack and Dean and Rhett gonna be.
Why is he joking about that so much?
Yeah, like, oh well, yeah, we had no idea. It seemed like their marriage just seemed so pleasant. Meanwhile,
I kid. Thanks to Dregs. Anything in there that piqued your interest, or just always like good solid rundown? Leafs, Oilers, and then Connie's rebuild.
That was great information. I don't want to talk Toronto too much as being a Toronto guy. I mean, I don't think your audience really cares for it too much.
If it's paying for Toronto, we want more. If it's
okay.
Gloating,
Well, yeah, that's
fine.
I mean, you guys must be like, just circling the wagons, if you will. Just like Toronto is trash, Vancouver, or I shouldn't say trash.
You should.
Underperforming. Vancouver's underperforming.
Yeah. Quick Oilers exit, and this is a hell of a year. Dad McKenna, greatest season
Could
ever.
you imagine like that fan base? Oh my gosh, if you have Connor and Leon, they're in St. Louis tonight. Man, what a recent gauntlet. Colorado, Dallas, and Vegas.
Yeah, and then St. Louis as well, but playing well, and it's second half of back-to-back. So they're obviously traveling from Dallas to St. Louis. And
it feels we were talking about Tristan Jarry. It feels like they need Alex Lyon. Like wherever that guy goes, there's a Stanley Cup run. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like it was Florida. It was
let's hope it's the case
Vegas
for Buffalo.
And Buffalo. Yeah, those
great.
guys are, and that general manager there.
In Buffalo?
Yeah.
Carolina?
Yeah, Carolina. That dude feels like he's like in the top tier of general managers.
I liked his rookie Columbus. Boom and Red are less keen on him, but I always thought he drafted well and was not shy of the big move. Now, some of them didn't pan out, and a lot of that probably has to do with superstars wanting to be in Columbus, Ohio or not.
Right.
But I thought, he did a good job building rosters for a while.
Who knew that there would be a general manager bump for a club after Kevin Adams are like, hey, we don't need you anymore. And then this team goes on fire for, 13 or 15 games.
Guys coming in, stealing breakfast food, yelling at guys, pulling brown bills out of their wallets. Like, get this guy out of here. Okay, he's gone. We can start winning now, boys. Yeah, what weird to see. Never seen it before. Let's tell you this. It is this month now that we are in.
March?
It's truck month, friend. Do you know what truck month is?
No. Is that a local?
It is game time. It is truck month on right now at GMC. And if you've been waiting for the perfect time to upgrade your ride, this is it, Cabbie. The 2026 Sierra 1500 Pro Graphite Crew Cab, built to stand out and now available at 0% financing for 72 months. It's going to make a joke there. We'll just keep doing the read. It's got a 2-inch factory lift with off-road suspension and a 5.3-liter V8 engine that delivers the kind of power you actually feel when you hit the gas. And during truck month, get your very own right now. It's the time to head down to the dealership, take it for a spin, and see what the Sierra 1500 Pro Graphite Crew Cab can really do. You're in Calgary now. How long till you get a truck?
Listen.
Toronto is like crying in the corner.
I'll make this admission. I drive an electric car. And because of geopolitical tensions in the world, it's not bad. Listen, I'm as the gas prices are fucking doing this.
Yeah.
I'm just plugging into my house. I feel pretty comfortable with that decision. But as far as this is the perfect promotion for this this part of the country, like the truck month. Oh my goodness!
And your kids
98% of the cars out here are trucks.
Well, you wait till your kids have a truckload full of gear to carry everywhere. And
True.
This just makes sense. I was never a truck guy. I'll never go back.
You're a truck guy?
I'm now.
Okay.
2 years. I guess I had one for a bit there. No, I was like, yeah, whatever. And then my kids got to an age and I'm hauling a goalie bag around. I'm like, big like pads, everything. And the other twins playing hockey. And then it's like, well, then I'm coaching. I'm like, I have to truck.
You got to
now I got one. I'm like, this is dialed.
Bucket of pucks, etc.
That's right. Pylons, all that. We've got bets later on today. We have not really touched on the WBC. How much baseball have you watched? Has this every 3-year tournament caught your attention, or is now the time where you're in?
Oh yeah, all in, and mostly because Canada's doing well, and Canada's in the quarterfinals for the first time ever. And we got some major leaguers on the squad. Yeah. Waiting for Josh Naylor to invoke the spirit of Jerome McGinley or Wayne Gretzky.
Paul Kariya. You wore that jersey the other day.
I saw something on Twitter yesterday that Mark DeRosa has ordered Team USA hockey sweaters.
Apparently Jack Hughes talked to DeRosa.
Oh, he sent the message to the team.
So Hughes is
stop stealing our stuff, guys.
Well, and you know what? Americans might not be the best at winning with class, but they are the best at gloating. And if you beat Canada at hockey in the last couple of months and you show up to baseball wearing hockey jerseys, you're rubbing it in. Because if they didn't win gold, nobody even knows who Jack Hughes is. And now they're going to be that baseball team's going to be the biggest hockey fans today in warm up at BP. Guaranteed they're coming out in USA jerseys.
It would be great for Canada to steal some of America's pastime shine in Houston. I mean, and obviously it's the 2 hockey results, but then we also have the World Series that happened 6 months ago.
Sure.
With the Dodgers and Blue Jays. So there's some trauma that's living in here that that will grow deeper and listen, Canada is the huge overwhelming underdog. Logan Webb's pitching for the Americans. We have Josh Naylor. Bo Naylor is actually hitting better than Josh Naylor. And Owen Casey's he
looks unreal.
Yeah, we need a nickname for him. I know
Big Orange.
Is it Big Orange?
I don't know.
I was thinking Maple Ginger. Yeah. I might watch a few Miami Marlins.
Is that like seasonal latte? Maybe, pumpkin latte. That's pumpkin spice. You can call it. He's unreal. Yeah, lefty with power, and he's guys that are lefty on lefty wizards. He's been hitting. You're like, this is a nice one. I like that Clark. That is it. Desmond. I'm trying to remember.
Denzel Clark. Yeah,
because he was at the Athletics, and he can fly. I remember seeing him come through against the Jays, and I'm like, oh man, this Canadian center field, he'll chase anything down. He's stealing base. I'm like, I like the tools here.
Yeah, he's got some wheels. Toronto opens the season against the Sacramento Athletics.
They're just the Athletics. We don't know.
I know. And I saw a photo or a carousel that the Athletics had released, and they're in Vegas, and it seems like a stadium is being built, but I don't know if it's Photoshop because I'm unaware of an actual deal in place.
Years away. They're talking 2-3 seasons playing in a AAA park. It's embarrassing.
And the AAA field there, the Aviators, is really nice, but it's
for a AAA. Yes.
Yeah. It's you're right. That is the qualifier. That's right next to where the Golden Knights play actually in summer.
You know what it is? It's like when the Arizona Coyotes are playing at ASU's rink.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, it's a really good college rink. Yes, we did. We did it.
Oh, it must have been amazing.
Mullet Arena. I had not cut my hair since the beginning of COVID, and we put in the nastiest mullet of all time.
Oh my!
And we went. It was rocking the mullet at Mullet, and we brought 20 listeners down with us.
Oh, that must have been amazing.
RJ talked about his cat to a dancer for a while. That cost him some money. It was lots of good stories on that.
A professional dancer is what you mean. An adult entertainment
amateur, professional. The lines of NAL money. I don't know what the story was.
Her LinkedIn is just a cat emoji. Anyway, the Athletics. Yeah, they start the Toronto opposite with the Athletics. But yes, WBC, I'm locked in. Yeah,
I'm excited. 6 tonight. Soroka, our boy.
Yes.
Calgary guy. Jerseys on the wall. He comes on show once a year. Winters in Calgary for a bit and then gets back into the lab down south. His home base is Arizona. He signed a 1-year deal with the Diamondbacks. Was good, not great in the opener of the tournament. Needs some length out of him. And the manager, Ernie Witt, after the performance, he's like, I'm excited to see him in Houston. So there was confidence from the manager. We're qualifying. We're going to the quarters. That's our boy. Hope he does well tonight. It's a tough lineup. Pitching Aaron Judge and company.
Oh, my gosh. Bobby Witt and who else is
the whole team's, it feels like an all-star team.
Yeah, like
Team Italy's basically just an America B team. They're all guys that weren't good enough to make Team USA.
Yeah, they are. They're Italian Americans. Yeah, Pasquantino, and we're trying to get someone on off the roster on next week. But Italy embarrassed them, and actually Italy bailed them out. Bailed out Mark DeRosa by beating Mexico. No one's going to remember that this guy I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. Had a brain freeze.
It's his only job. He's managing. It's just your only job is really to understand the tournament. Yeah. And I think he's great on MLB Network, but that's a huge gaffe. If I'm going to a U11 tournament in hockey and I'm a head coach, I should know, hey, if it's tied late.
Yeah.
What are the tie breaks? Like, should I be pulling a goalie? Am I getting through with what result? Like, incredibly basic stuff.
Agreed. And United States, I mean, obviously they have superior pitchers, and we do have some major leaguers. Here is the path if Canada wants to dream about.
I'm dreaming it. We got bets later. Spin some yarn here.
Okay.
Let's close our eyes and dream.
Quarterfinals against the United States. Semifinals against the Dominican Republic.
Who are unreal. Vibes are so good.
And then the finals, Japan, bro.
Otani again.
Yeah. I made this. It's like climbing Mount Everest wearing hockey skates.
Yeah.
That is a.
I'd say dress shoes, because at least the skates, you got some edge to work.
Okay, fair. Go for some Florsheim, go to Aldo, get some dress shoes for 109 or whatever at Chinook Center. But man, I don't know if there's been a vibier team in the history of sports than the bros are taking 1 minute laps around and Juan Soto against, I can't remember, it was against the Netherlands. Like, I love when dudes pimp home runs. Very first time, you might have been at the score at the time. It was Milton Bradley, bro. This is early 2000s. Hits a homer in the box, takes off his batting gloves in the box, like so disrespectful. But anyway, Juan Soto to right field. Bro starts cursing at his manager, like, I told you, mother, saying it in Spanish with a beautiful flourish, like, I told you, mother bleepers. And then oh my gosh, Tatis. But there was a home run where one of the Dominican dudes jumped on his teammate's back and was piggybacking from first base to down the first base line. I'm like, this is amazing. It is a carnival. It is entertainment. It is just incredible vibes.
You know what this tournament is? It's the biggest thing in baseball for the Central American countries, like the Caribbean countries, like your baseball nations.
The Americas.
Thank you. I was trying to come up with the Baltic, Nordic, Scandinavian. No,
other side of the planet.
But like, it means everything to these guys. Whereas the Americans, like, yeah, I guess I'll go.
No, they're into it too, though.
They're getting more into it. Not enough that their manager knew the rules.
Okay, fair.
You're going to tell us you're into it.
Hold on, but
you can find someone that knows the rules.
You guys are.
I think they're into it, but not to the same degree. Like, I saw Julio Rodriguez, Mariners masher, who was a great player, and he was asked today, or I saw it pop on my feed today by a reporter, what would mean more, a World Series or the WBC? Every American is saying World Series. It's not even close. And he's like, honestly, my country, Dominican Republic, little town I came from, people, this is more important. And that on top of the Cal Raleigh wouldn't shake hands with Randy Rosarena. The Mariners, they got drama now.
Oh yeah, and Rosarena, they're playing in like a week. They're going to be back in the same clubhouse, and clubhouse is already kind of divided. I mean, I was talking to my and I'm sorry to make this a Toronto thing, but one of my good friends is a clubby inside of working for the Toronto Blue Jays, and I was like, who's Vladdy's like best buddy on the team? He goes, Vladdy hangs out with everybody. He goes, Max Scherzer and Chris Bassett, like those vets were so important to the club because they really took, and you wouldn't think Max Scherzer is like warm and cuddly because you can't even talk to him on game time on a game day because like he might literally like bite you in the face. Yeah. But he said behind the scenes, like those guys were so important. Losing Bassett was a big deal because Vladdy hangs out with everyone. Bichette was a really good clubhouse dude. And he said Springer is a vet who gets a lot of respect. And that's Dalton Varsho's guy. But sorry, my point was clubhouses are generally divided. Right. It's the pitchers hang with the pitchers. Right. The Latin guys hang with the Latin guys. Yeah. Like white players hang with it. They're all there for a common goal, but in the clubhouse, I don't know if have you ever been in a baseball clubhouse?
Spring training, not a real one.
It's really uncomfortable. It's weird being it's quiet and like nobody a clubhouse will be the size of a football locker. It's massive. Yeah. And then 2 or 3 guys will be around in the Jays era. Hi, Dean.
Oh dear.
What?
Oh, no.
Are you okay? I'll get this. I'm sorry, Dean. I'll get this last thing out quick. When the Jays had in 15 and 16, when they had their runs to the ALCS in both years, there was a corner of the clubhouse where Donaldson, Batista, Russell Martin, like it was like the cool corner. Yeah. And I would go in there and just like a total jerk as though I was getting checks from the Toronto Blue Jays and I can hang out in the clubhouse. It was a a privilege that I was afforded, and I don't take it lightly. Okay, but that group in 15 and 16, very close. Guys would have dinners together, that sort of thing. But anyway, about Cal Raleigh, Randy Rosarina, I can't imagine. That's going to be uncomfortable for the first couple of weeks.
It's been eating up Dean. He's dying here.
I'm so sorry. Really... I'm so sorry, Dean. Good afternoon or good morning. Where are we? Good morning, sir.
He's in the booming metropolis of Leduc.
You're in Leduc, Alberta? Why? I'm sure it's lovely.
Yeah. Hi, Dean.
Shout out to Beaumont and Devon, Alberta as well.
What's happening?
What's happening?
We're doing a baseball show. It's called Bat Burner. It's a new show weekly.
Is that too much baseball for today?
Fellas, what are we doing?
There's a baseball game tonight.
WBC, brother. Is it quarterfinals? Canada, USA? All the geopolitical tensions adding to the narrative and the drama of the...
Am I seeing, like, is this happening?
Dean, at least make your bed, my G. Come on, my G. That's the first thing you got to do every day is make the bed, my dude.
I got a text and they're like, they've been talking baseball for 20 minutes. Like the show's been on for 30 and they had like, was Dreger off today? Like what? Fellas.
You have a chance to recalibrate.
Is that Cabbie? I'm gone for one day.
I'm moving in. The seat's nice.
You're not gone for one day, Dean. You've been replaced.
Jeez. Like you talk the chair not even being cold.
No, it's
from my cold dead hands. Cabbie just swoops right in.
And Jack tried to get us to sit in the Rets chair. He's like, no, right over here. I want the big cat chair.
Nothing sacred. Yes. Randy, a Rosarina. Boy, oh boy, you guys. Like I had to kind of like, what the hell? Is that Cabbie?
Hey, this is a moment for your friend of the show, Mike Soroka. We got to support him at 6 p.m. Soroka, excuse me, at 6 p.m. Mountain Time. Will you be watching?
No.
Are you going to watch Edmonton, St. Louis instead?
I'm kidding. It's Friday the 13th because this is a nightmare. What's happening in this show?
I know you wanted to carve out time to give Michael Backlund his flowers. The floor is yours. 600 points.
600 points. Let's go, big fella.
Point night. Markstrom looks great.
Oh, does he ever?
You know, Johnny Beecher, all-star performance.
Yeah.
And we're talking baseball. You guys, goodness gracious.
We hope we'll get some good luck on the tankathon today without you. We're due to win a lottery here.
The vibes. The vibes are certainly different when Rhett and I are not there. Cabbie brings a certain je ne sais quoi,
a different flavor profile.
It's called positivity, and
that's how it is.
We have a deficiency on this show. It's like getting a vitamin B shot.
Yeah, it's a joie de vivre. That might be.
I appreciate you.
Well, it's nice of you to come in there and improve the show, Cabbie.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thanks for pulling us out of the doldrums of the dog days of winter.
Listen, there was a football reference. We did 30 good minutes with Dreger on hockey.
Did you talk to him about Mike Soroka and
no.
And we were getting to it, but
did you ask Dregs his big dumper? Do you have a big dumper take from Dregs?
Any inside news on if Cal Raleigh's going to be traded before the season starts? Send him to Arizona or whatever.
How's our ringette team doing? I saw your Continental breakfast on Twitter. I know
this morning. The refs are still terrible.
Oh boy.
You just can't get away from it. You just can't get away from it. Yeah, we were talking again. It was not a big deal, but when you have to drop the clock because the refs have called so many penalties in a friendly match, it's mirror time. Take a look in the mirror, Stripes. Just take a look in the mirror.
This has been an anti-Stripes show for the last month. Reds led the
Hey,
charge,
listen,
and you've all followed suit.
We're willing. I'm willing to go the other way. I'd love to be pro ref. Just don't be a bunch of dummies, and we'll all be on the same page. Let the players decide what's going to happen. Just let them play. God, just let them play. You know.
Tell me you don't have to get right into Shelbyville and you're going to the mall to go shopping with a bunch of girls today.
Fellas, we're in Leduc. just over my shoulder
Uh-huh.
is the armpit. Like
That's
just
right.
that way.
Yeah, you can smell it. There's wafts of it still.
I'm thinking this is as close as I'm going to get to it.
I
Because
would
it's a straight from here. It's kind of a straight east, almost east southeast beeline to the arenas where they are.
Mm-hmm.
There's a Costco just to the north, like just across the road.
Go get a pizza slice.
So you might go get a dog and a
two banger. Yeah,
I might get a two banger on. But I'm hoping that's as close. And the thing is, there's a big outlet mall here that's kind of on Highway 2. I haven't heard any. Oh, can we go to West Ed? Can we go to the mall? This mall is going to suffice.
Yeah, good.
So,
God bless.
Are you there till Sunday, or are you just there till tomorrow?
Sunday, brother.
Oh wow!
How good were those roads yesterday? Hey,
they were the shits. They were the shits. I thought I'm gonna have to spend the night in Red Deer. What the hell's going on? Been a while since I've spent the night in Red Deer. Cabbie, you'd know what that's all about, hey?
I actually had one or two pretty good nights.
Sure
in
you
Red Deer.
Were you there for the what t-shirt night at Billy Bob's?
Billy Bob's, buddy.
Was that Wednesday, Dan?
I was there for a friend's birthday, but it was fun. Like,
yeah,
it was
what was her
random,
name?
But very fun.
Exactly.
I check my phone. I don't.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
Brianna.
Yeah. Well, I think I do have to take some ladies to a mall or something, but I was receiving smoke signals and Morse codes that a lot of baseball chatter on the old show today.
Just came at the wrong time. Timing's not your
Is that what it
forte,
was?
dude. Yeah, just the wrong time. We had all kinds of Austin Matthews knee.
Yes.
Radko Gudas is a ball of muck, and Tristan Jarry is a piece of Swiss cheese.
We were talking about your young defenseman, just like and Ryan was like, let's fast forward the season to
just get to the lottery balls. Let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Run out the clock quickly.
I'll tell you, that was kind of a nice thing. We rolled into town, got some food delivered here to the hotel, went in the lobby and that sort of thing. Oh, is it 7-2 Dallas now over the
touchdown Cowboys?
Old Davo McDude's got a bit of a shiner going underneath. He's in the penalty box. This is tremendous. This is
game day tonight. I know a few. There'll be some TVs affixed to the Fumbled Dynasty across the northern half of the province.
Where are you going?
Yeah, exactly.
Huh? You want to? Huh? Okay.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Good morning. Good morning. That looks like an Expos logo. That's kind of dope. Back to baseball. Sorry, Dean.
Yeah. See, Cal is.
Yeah, I know. Sorry, just baseball in the brain.
Good luck in the tournament.
Appreciate
and who's
it.
your pal at Capital Automotive at Capital Chev? Who's your boy?
Who, Claire?
Claire, yeah.
Oh, brought the old GMC Sienna Denali.
Oh,
there were some people there. Roads were a little treacherous.
Not for old Dino.
Denali. Just like a what's sure-footed, like a mountain goat.
Yeah, sure.
Billy goat, Billy Bob's, right? Cabbie.
Yeah.
Just like Cabbie at Billy Bob's.
Oh, very sure-footed there. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I was planted in one seat there.
That's right. Yeah.
Good vantage point.
No, we'll be all right. We'll make it, I suppose. But I just want to check in and say hi. Have a good weekend, everybody. Cabbie, thanks for stepping in. No more of this, though. This is it.
We're done. You cut us off at the pass. You got to go to the
one
edge
and done.
to find where it is. And you back it up a half inch.
One and done. Yeah.
Good luck the rest of the way. And
it's like minus 20 here.
That's
just
brutal.
It's
ball me.
brutal.
Goodness.
Please let me come home.
If you don't, I know someone that can fill your seat. See you, boom.
See you.
Bye, Dean.
There he is, the official car sponsor of Boom Daddy is indeed Capital Chev. Go say hi to Claire. Calgary's truck destination, Capital Chev. Buick GMC keeps the lineup deep, from hardworking Silverados and Sierras to SUVs and everyday commuters. You might have heard about the $99 lease. Yeah, that's real. Big inventory, competitive pricing, and a team that knows how to keep things simple. Whether you need something built for winter roads and our treacherous commutes to Billy Bob's and Red Deer or not. Or maybe it's summer road trip. It's the place where you walk in curious and you leave confident. Trucks, deals, no nonsense experience, just the way Calgary likes it. Capital Chev, 13103 Lake Fraser Drive, Southeast.
Dean's lovely.
It really is.
He's a lovely man.
I've never lived in Vancouver long. I spent a year in Abbotsford, but we were always on the road. But some of these places, Seattle be another, it's like you just don't get sun and you get a deficiency of vitamin D. Dean is the ray of light. We're just like, oh.
Yeah, we got
uplifted, you know?
There was a ray of light with some sun blockers and then like a welding mask.
Oh, sorry. Was that a cold breeze coming in the window? No, that was Dean. Okay. Jack, did you open a window?
That was so perfect because you guys didn't even realize.
No, it was
I think I had him in for like 3 minutes.
Oh, you
and
did?
you guys were just like yelling at each other. And then I'd go full screen on him, and you guys just didn't notice at all. It was perfect.
We were geeking out about the Dominican Republic and the flourish of home runs.
I
and
don't
the
want to do too
celebration.
much more baseball.
Okay.
But if you have a chance to watch the Dominicans play, it's a party.
Oh, it's amazing.
And all those guys are Vibes guys, like Soto, Vladdy,
Tatis, Machado.
Huge personalities. Yeah. If Canada, who's a huge underdog, and we'll look at it in a moment, if they can't get through the Americans, it wouldn't be surprising. Like, you tip your cap, they got a better roster. Maybe you get the upset, but if you don't, if we get USA Dominican
on a Sunday,
I know where I'm planting my allegiances.
Yeah, that'll be
team
popcorn time.
Vibes.
Yeah,
team.
Oh,
vibes.
absolutely.
Just great to hear from Dino.
Yes.
Can we pull up his breakfast that he had this morning?
Yeah, I sent that to you. Yeah. So this is why Dean's in such a good mood.
What was it just
like you like travel, right?
Yeah.
What's the most exotic, amazing place you've been? Where you're like,
the most exotic
culture, food, like. It's like I went to Italy this past summer with.
I was there recently too.
Of course you were. The Olympics, God, like exactly that. Like to sit down at an Italian restaurant and have a proper meal. How special is that?
It was cool. Yeah, they one of my favorites was the one sushi place in Livigno, Italy was, and maybe it was because due to scarcity was that made it more special.
Mm-hmm.
But the pasta there is unreal. And
so when you go to Italy, you want the pasta and the pizza.
Yeah,
but
you can't do it for 3 straight weeks. That's the problem, Ryan. It's true. Like after day 11, just like I gotta change.
Gotta switch it up a bit, which is why sushi tastes so good.
Yeah.
But for Dean to go to the cultural capital of Edmonton, Alberta, greater area, Leduc, what an airport. It's only an hour away from Edmonton. And then you get to sit down and like royalty with tea and scrumpets, a continental breakfast.
Oh, was it like cold bagels and
Let's take a look here.
Hard muffins? Come on, that's not real. He did that that's not real. He did that for the photo, bro. That's not real life.
No wonder he's in such great spirits.
Is he in jail? Was he doing 180 on Highway 2 and got pulled over and just oh my God. Is he staying at a La Quinta? What's the budget for a girl's ringette?
I don't know that's the meal he's been dreaming.
No,
if he's on death row, Jack, is that the order?
No, that is at least toast the bread or something.
They didn't even have one of those stupid waffle machines.
Yeah.
Those save those things. The waffle machine saves it. It's
not even like a tray of like sliced cheese either.
No.
Just
powdered eggs, bad bread. I'm hoping the bacon can save it, but I have my doubts. I'm not thinking that's
and just a slice, not even 2 slices to make that a sandwich.
That is the saddest, loneliest, worst piece of bread I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Poor bastard. Well, good thing he's overcome that. He seemed to be cheery. Let's get to the Pinder Report. Setter. Yeah, exactly. Tone setter for him. Pinder Report brought to you by our good friends at Village Honda, where the buy-in's going on right now. Don't mess about. The $2 million big buy-in event. Got an extra vehicle? Take it up to Village Honda. They're going to make you a deal. Free appraisal. Start the process at villagehonda.com. If you get a deal done, payment in 24 hours. Bam! Cash. Maybe it's a lease. Don't have to take it back to the place. You got to take it to Village Honda. They make it you a better deal.
Could do that too.
Yeah. Shop around.
Options.
If you want your vehicle, head up there in the Northwest Auto Mall. Shake hands with the good folks at Village Honda. We start with the win last night. Holy moly, Flames. Got your one win on the road trip. All right, enough showing off. Settle down, boys. 5-4. Felt good for Kevin Ball. He, of course, is the principal piece coming back in the Markstrom deal. Yeah, it'll probably be a late first, that big jersey. Oh, shoot, Cole Reshny, too. All right, that's a good deal. Well, Markham's probably still Markstrom having a tough go.
Oh, Markstrom?
How'd you like? What's your letter grade on Jacob Markstrom last night?
Ooh, that was a C-. That was Johnny Beecher has a career 2-goal game.
Johnny
and
Beecher
a shorty
needs a contract this summer. It's doing it at the right time.
Good for him.
Attaboy Beecher.
Nice wrister to beat Markstrom on that first goal there.
Nice wrister, sure.
It shouldn't have beat
Markstrom
him. It shouldn't
beat
have-
Markstrom.
Yes,
Yeah,
okay,
that's
yeah.
what I would
And
say.
that's what actually Kelly Rudy said on the broadcast.
Yeah,
He's
when
like, "Oh, he
Kelly's
should've-"
saying that it's a leaky
And he's the
one.
nicest
He's in the
man.
goalie union. He's always got
Yes,
every goalie's back. And he's
protecting
like,
the shield.
oh, that didn't get tipped. Jacob might want that back. Elsewhere on Flames Nation, what's going on? Well, lots to talk about because, hey, there's the win. More on it from Flash Stevens. Rest in peace, that sweet old dog. Miss him. Also on the website, what else is going on? If you want to dive into more Flames content and less WBC content, Michael Backlund, 600 points. God, there was a day where this would have just seemed like an Onion article, that there was no possible way this guy would ever get there. He's now closing in on like Johnny Gaudreau and some other guys. This is crazy.
Wow.
600 points, one jersey, drafted in the 2000s, and has had a monster year for a guy that I think turns 37 this summer or spring. Like, whew, playing good hockey still.
He had a nice back check on Jack Hughes.
He is
Brad and Hughes had a 2-on-1.
elite defensive centerman.
Yeah.
And the offense feels like a bonus. And if your bonus is 600 points, you got a player.
Salute.
Salute
captain.
Michael Backlund, the captain. Absolutely. Great in the community, a Calgarian, and hopefully a Flame for life. March for the Flames. They were 1 for March. They're 2 for March. Loss, win. Loss, win. Loss, please. They'll go to the island tomorrow. That is a 5:00 Mountain start, and then they're in Detroit.
Man,
to face
these guys are
the winged wheel on Monday night.
That
And
could be a W because Detroit is kind of faltering right now, bro. They were at the top of the Atlantic
I
2
will say
weeks
this.
ago.
The 2 teams they play next are absolutely playing for positioning in the playoffs. They
Yes.
have big games for their opponents. I did not feel that way about Jersey last night.
Oh, yeah.
It didn't feel like Jersey was playing for the playoffs.
Jersey's in a similar position with is Toronto, just like
Yeah.
huge underachievers. This
Well, we're not
season.
in. How many left? Hey. I had to lose another tooth. God damn it. Here's the West standings. Flames are not in this picture, but it does show you that there is a look at the tightening going on by the wild card. All of a sudden, 3 teams within a point of the final wild card. Interestingly, Utah, who they would be second in the Pacific, instead have to go in the wild card. They'll probably play the Pacific winner. Don't sleep on Utah as wild cards never win.
Shout out to Dylan Gunther, 31st last name from Edmonton. No,
Do you remember how they got him?
no.
The Vancouver Canucks had 1 year left on Louis Eriksson's deal and said, or no, it was OEL? No, I'm losing my mind. Awful deal. They include a first rounder, turns into like 8 overall or whatever it is. And everyone's like, oh boy, Gunther, like he's going to score a lot. He's scoring a lot.
Yeah, he is.
He's very
Yeah.
good. I think it was the Jay Beagle, Louis Eriksson cash dump. And then they bring in OEL, who they had to buy out, and they had to give up a first, and nothing that went to Vancouver worked out well. It really didn't. Hey, only 1 more year on that Eriksson deal. They wouldn't need it. Instead, you have Gunther.
You have
He's been
Gunther
great.
and you got Weeks.
Uh,
How do you guys feel? You guys okay with McKenzie?
You know what? It's
Johnson?
long term. It makes sense to divest from a guy that's in his early 30s. That's got 5 years left. The return did not have a centerpiece where like, oh, there's the crown jewel of the deal, but lots of pieces. And I think it allowed them to let White Cloud play that leadership role on the right side. And look, the risk you've removed entirely. There was a risk that Mackenzie Weegar, Father Time's got the shoelace tackle here. And you see it with guys in their mid-30s. You don't know when it's going to happen. They don't have to worry about that. That's Utah's problem now, which I don't mind. Risk aversion. And it speeds up the
I
rebound.
like
Let's go.
McKenzie. I miss that dude.
He's a
already.
good dude, and I hope it goes better for him than it went here this year. He had 20 goals a couple of years ago. This was a nightmare season. The East, we'll show you that. These are the teams the Flames are going to be playing. You see the Islanders and the Wings. Third in the Metro are the Isles and Schaefer. What an incredible season. Jack's Penguins are hanging in there in the 2 spot, but it's compressing. You can see now if Columbus gets a win, you could actually see Pittsburgh fall out or the Islanders. Like the Blue Jackets are coming, fellas. They've been unbelievable under Bones. So the Metro is very much up for grabs. Carolina's going to win it, but who else gets in? 2 of those 3. It'll be 2 of Pittsburgh, the Islanders, and Columbus. Jackie, you nervous?
I'm very nervous. This is going to be a very interesting next month. Like, I don't know. Like, I still don't really believe in Detroit. I don't really believe in Boston. The Islanders or whatever.
I think the Sens are great, and they just
I
have
think,
shitty
yeah,
goaltending.
I think the Sens could get in.
Islanders have the
Columbus
best goal lead, no? In the
Soroka,
league.
yes.
He was a favorite for the Vezina at one point this year, yeah. And then the bottom 10, Cabbie, this is where we find Your children's Calgary Flames.
Oh, I thought you were
Pain now for gain when your boys are older. 59 points, second from the bottom. And they didn't even pass Chicago with the win last night. Fellas, keep it going. And Blackhawks, come on, pull up your socks, Connor. Let's go. Rangers have been on a nice little mini heater. That's created some separation. Ditto for the Blues. Lost year in Winnipeg. Tough go.
Oof, yeah.
Connor got his goal
last year.
They were the best team in the regular season last year, and they are under 500. NHL full 500. Yuck. Not good at all. Let's get some final results from last night. Ton of games. I believe 28 teams in action, Cabbie. That's a lot. Monster slate. We'll quickly point out some notable results from last night, if Jack can find it.
1 second. Tell us who played, right?
Worries. Well, let's get right into the action. Why don't we tell you that, we showed you the Austin Matthews hit. That was no good. Radko Gudas got a hearing with the league. It's a phone, not in person.
5 games.
Picked up the phone.
Up to 5 games.
You're all alone. Radko, up to 5, no more. He has been suspended for 21 games.
In his career?
And fined $750,000. He's a dirty ball of muck.
That's real money.
And if I was in a 7-game series, I'd love him on my third pair. All these things can be true. He's a weasel, and in a 7-game series, you need a few. And he was against Canada. He was the guy dinged up Crosby.
Oh, that's right. Fell onto Crosby. And
he knows he knows how to hurt people.
He does. That's a fact.
There's final thank you, Jack. Celebrini and company. Oh, there's a goal in this game last night. That's a big win for the Sharks. I think they were in that final wild card when we flashed the standings. That would be a story if Celebrini gets them in. Caps beat the Sabres. What? The Sabres lost?
Yep.
What?
Oh, my gosh.
That ends an incredible run. I think it was 9 in a row. They got Toronto tomorrow.
Oof. That should be
find a window of time to watch a bit of that.
That should be a baseball score.
That'll be touchdown Bills, I think. Yeah,
yes.
For sure.
Yeah.
Leafs get a win. We were wondering what the hell the odds were doing, but the bookies know more than we do. And it was a pick 'em, despite Anaheim playing well and the Leafs having lost, 8-9 in a row. Leafs did win that game that Austin Matthews got hurt in. Bolts get back on the right foot. They'd been stumbling a bit. They win 4-1 over the Wings. Blue Jackets get a point. Keep her going, boys, in Florida, but the Panthers win in overtime. Blues continue their hot play when they probably don't need to. They're only hurting their draft spot. Touchdown Cowboys. Dallas beat the Oilers 7-2. We'll show you some highlights from that. Flyers 3-2 winners over the Wild. In a shootout. Rangers get another win. Holy. And the reason the Flames didn't pass Chicago, they won as well. Overtime win in Salt Lake City over the Mammoth. Canucks, they also get a win. What a night. 3-point game there. Nashville gets a point. They're hanging around that second wild card in the West. Vegas looked better against your Penguins. This one was on at a brewery I was at last night, Jack. Yeah. And the Avs got back to stomping after they stubbed their toes against the Oilers 2 nights ago. Nikita Kucherov, if he was playing in Toronto or Montreal, he would have God status that he is not getting because he plays in Tampa. 1,100 points. Dude, yeah, okay. Just Art Ross every year. He's in the mix. Couple championships. Future Hall of Famer.
Hearts,
what
right?
a stud. What a stud. I don't know about the Hearts. I think he's got 1 heart.
1 heart.
Sure.
But
Art Ross.
in the conversation for another heart.
Hell yeah. Check out this goal from William Eklund of the San Jose Sharks. We talk about Will Smith. We talk about Celebrini. We talk all the time about Dickinson, Askarov. Oh, this is just another young mega stud.
Ooh.
Are you kidding me?
Bro's falling down. Oh, my gosh. Yeah, that's amazing.
Holy. I'm going to make you pick one because that's pretty, but here's what Matt Duchene did to convert the touchdown in Dallas last night. Another gorgeous goal. Salt in the wound for the Oilers, who looked quite good against Colorado and got absolutely thumped last night. Jari in net after Ingram got converted touchdown. Attaboys, Dallas. Good work. Brent Burns, a GD legend. You ever interview Brent Burns?
Yes, when San Jose was in the finals against Pittsburgh.
What's he like?
He was cool. He was
cool
fun.
as hell. He's got the snake collector. He's living the crazy. He's in Denver now. Had a short spell in Carolina after that long run in San Jose. 989 straight games.
Oh,
he's matched Keith Yandel, second longest Ironman streak ever. Physical Phil Kessel tops the list.
That's so crazy.
That doesn't make any sense.
Nothing about Phil Kessel makes sense. Nothing about Phil Kessel's ever made sense. I love that he has that record, and I love that this guy that looks like he, forged railway paths through the mountains in the 1800s is chasing him. This is amazing.
Yeah, this guy looks like he builds log cabins with his hands. You send him out into the woods with a flashlight and a knife, and he'll be able to survive.
Yes, he'll come back with like 6 bear pelts for your for your cabin. He's an absolute machine. Can he catch him? Basically, what happens if he finishes the year entirely healthy with Colorado, that'll get him past the 1,000 game mark, and then he'd have to play 2/3 of a season, half a season to. He's at the point of the career. It's like, okay, you're not young, you're not at top 4 anymore. Can he keep his play to a level where he could be in the lineup every night? Because if he does, he's passing this.
I think he can pass him for sure, but I don't want to see it. Like, I want Phil at the top of this thing forever.
What about a tie? Can we agree on a tie?
No tie, no.
Mountain Man.
It's just unbelievable that Phil
It is
Kessel's at the
crazy.
top of this list.
It's just
baseball is Cal Ripken Jr. is the Iron Man. I don't know who it is in the NBA. I'm not sure it is. I think it was Joe Thomas it was the lineman with the Cleveland Browns, had over 200 starts as a lineman, and then Phil Kessel.
Yep.
The Iron Man of hockey. Man, I would have thought it would have been like Rod Brindamore or something.
Totally.
Kessel, who Lupul told me once that Kessel advised him not to drink water, only to drink Diet Coke.
Yep, that's physical Phil. Again, nothing made sense about it. They said they'd never see him in the gym, and they'd be teasing him and bugging him, and he'd come in and just destroy people in the squad. Like, what?
Yeah, Versteeg tells that story.
It was Versteeg. That's right.
He must have been on this show many times.
Crazy. Okay. This is a fun sequence. Tage Thompson can shoot the puck, right? You know, Tage?
Yeah.
Monster. What is he? 6'7", absolute cannon. 28 games in the NHL last night. He had 5 of the 10 hardest shots, and 4 of them in this one sequence.
What?
Under a minute to go. Thompson!
One.
Stopped.
Good save.
95.7.
All right, we tried. We'll try it again. There's 2.
Oh my gosh. He's in Ovi's office.
It's just very much looks like there's 3.
Oh, somebody get a
There's
body
4.
on this guy.
And you're like, wow, 4, that's crazy. He was not done. Imagine if you had the shot props for Tage last night. You're like, that 10 seconds, I just hit the over.
Absolutely.
Back it up. Yeah, no, we know what we're doing. Right back to Tage again.
And he didn't score on any of those. It's
5
even wilder.
clappers. I
Wide
love
open clappers.
Thompson.
Oh my God.
Look at him
You
smiling
gotta
ear to ear.
laugh at that point.
That's unreal. Sabres didn't win. Jeez. Okay. Fine. So be it. Connor McDavid did not like the way things are going last night. In fact, none of the Oilers would. Let's see things getting a little. We know that. If only his GMs cared more. Let's move, shall we? And it's oh boy, yeah, we're not done with the Oilers yet. This is what I was relaying to Dreger.
Oh man, wow, that's Sam Montembeau's got to be like
Dikembe Mutombo not having a great year either.
yeah. Is that his nickname?
That's what we call it. Yeah.
Wow, this is a tough stretch right here. Boy, oh boy.
Someone told me the other day, Jar Jar Stinks would be a good name for him.
It's very good. That's very strong.
It's either really bad or it's good. I don't know.
Oh man, it's so bad.
And with Ingram out, they'll turn the crease to Jar Jar Stinks. Keep moving. Tonight's game. Oh, no, we got one more. Global Series. Sens are heading to Germany. This is cool. Germany
Stutzla, that is cool.
Yeah, Stutzla. And the Blackhawks get some Bedard action as well. That'll be great. Love it.
Got to grow the game.
Yeah. I'd love to go cover these. God damn it. Oh, Cabbie, if we could go party in Germany.
We should go for an NFL. There's always a random Jacksonville Jaguars game in Berlin.
They're all over. The Chargers played in Rio last year. That was the move.
Oh yeah, that would have been cool.
Damn it.
Wait, didn't the Vikings play in Ireland
Pittsburgh,
and England?
Pittsburgh and the Vikings. Yeah, in Ireland.
Ireland. I want to go to one of those darts tournaments over there. I don't want to go see NFL football. I want to go see 180. Those things are lit. Everyone's just hammered. Just the
beers are the size of a pitcher.
Yes, everyone's drinking pictures of themselves. They got entry music. The dudes all look like they're ripping darts before they come out. It's unbelievable. I want to go to that. Screw going to an NFL.
I think you're allowed to smoke inside or
hundo. Yeah, you kicked out if you don't. NHL games tonight. We'll take a peek. Kings and Islanders, Oilers and Blues. We're not going to play the game. I'm not going to put Cabbie on the spot. Or should I?
We can play. There's only 2 games.
Okay.
Players that have played for both teams, Cabbie.
You know Puck Doku? It's kind of like the
Immaculate Grid.
Yeah.
So someone that's played on the Islanders and the Kings.
Oh my!
I got one for the top one. If you can handle the bottom, I saw this morning, and I'm like, I don't want to cheat. I like doing this raw, but I also know I didn't have Rhett and Boom to help.
Oh my goodness.
I've got Ziggy Palffy.
Oh, great call. Jeez Louise.
Oh, yeah.
Ziggy Palffy. And I got another one on the bottom.
You do?
There's a couple that recently went from.
I got one for the bottom. Chris Pronger.
There you go.
There you go.
I was going to say Eric Brewer, and you also have Holloway and Broberg, the offer sheets.
Yes. Oh,
Fun
yeah,
game.
right.
You like that? That's kind of fun.
Yeah.
Cabbie, come anytime. You can play puck doku with us.
Thank you.
Yeah, right on.
I'm glad I was able to contribute with I just picked the Hall of Famer of that group there.
Hey, so you get points for the rarer it is.
Okay, so I got 0. I got
no,
point.
but you got the check mark. You just didn't get a lot of bonus points.
Okay.
Whereas
Ziggy Palffy is a great pull by you.
You know what? I was thinking this morning I couldn't come up with anyone, and then I'm just like, don't think about it. Just let it happen live on the show. And I'm like, oh my god, Ziggy Palffy, great hair.
Yeah.
The mullet on that cat, woo! And he could score, Jack. Look him up. Can you get me a Ziggy? We're not taking this graphic down until you find me a Ziggy. He had at least 140 goal season, didn't he? Oh, he was good, man. Yeah, he was one of my favorite. He and Peter Bondra were just lighting up the league in the late 90s, early 00s. I was like, Eastern European snipers. Got some swagger about him. Oh, please just type Ziggy Palffy mullet. You're going to be blown away, Jack. There's a new standard bearer. It's Jaromir Jagr class mullet. Like, it is top.
I mean, that is the gold standard of mullets.
Right?
Actually, last night on Afterburn, we were talking about who has the best hair in NHL history. Is it Commodore or is it Jagr?
Oh, yeah. Commodore's tough.
I mean, I don't think you could even pick a best. You got to have categories. You got to have your mullet division.
Yes.
You got to have your
But what else is
blessed
there?
with good hair division, like Henrik Lundqvist. Like, you could be a GQ model, and then you've also got to have your Afro division, which Kami I think would absolutely mop up. Okay, have you found a Ziggy Palffy photo?
Oh shit.
Zygmunt Palffy, Palfy. Jack's illiterate, so we have to help him with spelling and reading.
Wait, were there 2 F's in Palffy?
There might have been 2 F's. I thought it was 1, but
I could be wrong. I'm probably wrong.
I'm gonna pull up his numbers. See, tell us, because he'd scored, man. He was a sneaky sniper.
1 sec.
Just go to open your internet screen here. Ziggy Palffy.
Ziggy Palffy had, let's see here.
Career highs.
48 goals.
Oh yeah,
he had 43 with the Islanders, then 48, 45. Wow, what a stretch. Then the 40, and then he had 38 with the Kings.
Yeah,
and then 37 with the Kings.
Career high 48.
Career high 48.
Flirting with 50, Jack. That's a stud.
Man.
Yeah.
Who the hell was that?
Look at this Moulet. Jack.
Oh, yeah,
go to man.
Strong.
Look at this, eh? Oh,
Mike
wow.
Ricci?
What a mud flap. Look at that.
Wow, that is.
He's got a high and tight on the sides. Bleep those sideburns. Shave your sideburns matically. Look at that hair.
What a beauty.
I forgot about this.
And he could score, Jack. Dreamy.
Let's see.
What a mega stud. There it is.
He's on the Pens.
But he was a Penguino at the end. Wow, I'd forgotten that. 43, 48, 45.
Oh,
just a casual 150 goals or so over 3 years. Stud.
Elite.
Yeah. Okay. We'll move WBCs tonight. We talked about it at great length. Kind of. We actually just talked about Blue Jays clubhouses for some reason, and then Boom got mad at us. But it is Canada, USA. Mike Soroka, our boy. Let's go, Mikey. Come on.
Let's go.
Big righty.
We need 60 strong pitches.
There he is, bottom left. There's your boy Josh Naylor, bottom right. I think that's Owen Casey, top right. What do we call him? Pumpkin spice?
Maybe maple ginger.
And Denzel Clark, top left. Is that
yeah, that's right.
He's good. I like him a lot. Please
yeah.
don't give him. Oh, yeah.
He would be great in Toronto.
6 p.m. Mountain. It might be a blowout. It might be, oh my gosh, can they actually pull this? They get a little lead early, let the Americans sweat, but the Americans just lost to Italy.
Yeah, we'd love it if they could unlock some Cuba energy and just load the bases and walk some batters in. We'll take them. We'll take any runs we can get.
Korea gets the Dominican Vibes Republic.
Oh, man. What a game.
And then here's the odds from our friends at Bet365 on the contest that we will see today. Canada, safe to say, large dogs.
Oh, my goodness, yes. Wow, 6-1. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, plus 625.
In South Korea, also ginormous underdogs.
Yep, similar number. Dominicans and Americans feel like they're on a collision course. We'll see if we get an upset today. There have been many in this tournament. Again, Italy just beat the Americans.
Where's this Webb fella pitch?
Logan was a Diamondback. I don't know if he re-signed there or not.
San Francisco.
That's where he went left to free agency.
Yeah, San Francisco.
Really good year with the Diamondbacks and then signed in San Fran.
Yeah, he had like 200 and I want to say last year was his best year of strikeouts. 204, 224, something in that range.
Stud.
Also pitches over 200 innings too. He's a workhorse.
Durable. Yeah.
Durable.
Yeah.
Like our guy Dylan Cease hopefully will be for the next
and
5 years.
And Gosman's been. They love durability. Bassett's been durable. Barrios until the fall.
He's got some
incredibly durable
issues right now, unfortunately.
Doctor. Don't know like that. Finally, a couple last ones for you. We like to do dumb stuff at the end of the Pinder Report, Cabbie. So number 95, what do we have here, Jack?
Baseball related.
All right. So
oh yeah, I saw this.
So this is good. Yeah, here we go.
Man.
If only there was like a net or something that he could stand behind to prevent this from happening.
That's a good point. Let's watch the beginning one more time here. Because the safety equipment is there. You do need to use it. Look how bad the batter feels. The batter immediately is like,
around
I'm
the
so
corner
sorry.
too, just to see
I'm
where
so,
he's going to hit
sorry. It's like, dude, we knew you weren't aiming. Like, you just swing.
Man, that's the sound.
The sound. Not good. You familiar with the Caesar, the beverage?
Yeah.
Invented in Calgary.
Oh.
As is ginger beef. You got to rep Calgary now.
Oh. I was unaware of ginger beef. What? Where is that? What is this?
No, this is
What is
Bloody Mary.
monstrosity?
This is in the States. They do things bigger.
Oh my goodness. How many animals are in there?
I think 15 to 20. Never mind the pickles and olives. King crab legs, sandwiches, bottom left. Are you in or out, Jack?
I'm out. I'm not.
I'm out on this too.
I'm kidding.
Is that a grilled cheese at the bottom? I'm
Yes,
out.
they got everything in there. There's probably sliders in there, breakfast sandwiches.
How much is that? Is that drink like $49?
That meal?
That's a meal.
Feed your family special.
Oh
I don't
my
get
gosh.
this. The food with the drink thing. I don't.
I think what it is that Caesars or Bloody Marys always come with garnish. You start with celery, and then it's okay. Well, we're gonna add some olives. No, maybe I'll put some horseradish. Oh, well, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna put a little slider on a toothpick.
Can't we just like put it on a plate or something?
And then it just escalates to the point where this gets on the Pinder Report. Like, what the Sam hell's going on here?
That drink looks like it was in Stranger Things season 5.
100%. Yes. My kids are watching that. Probably a little young, but they like it.
Hey, they are a little young.
That's your Pinder Report for our good friends at Village Honda. Check it out. The Prelude is back, reimagined with that hybrid Honda engine. They took it away, bringing it back.
Oh,
everyone's jealous. And Red always said all the hot chicks in high school drove Preludes. Friendly fact. Doesn't mean if you're not a hot chick, it doesn't mean you can't buy one. But the ones that know. Did you see any of those up at Billy Bob's in Red Deer? No.
not that I recall.
Fair enough. Might have been foggy. They are in stock. Check it out, villagehonda.com. It is that hybrid electric system and that 2-motor system in that Honda engine that everyone loves. Okay. Northwest Auto Mall, villagehonda.com, your dealership for life. Let's do some bets, get some super chats, get the hell out of here because my kids get out of school in 3 minutes. Jack?
Let's do it. Bets.
Bet. Our good friends at Bet365. Never ordinary. Ever. Never, ever ordinary. Ever. Game props, player props, totals, the money line, in-game, futures, whatever. Bazillions of markets. That's me, not their official.
Oh, okay. That's not the read that they approved.
Brazilian? What do you mean? Whatever your bet is, it's never ordinary at Bet365. Download the app, get into the game, use that code NATION. Must be 19 or older. I'm going all in. My bet in black. I think Canada keeps it closer than the odds makers think.
I like it.
And if they are, I think we're hitting the over here.
I like it. I like that little parlay.
Parlay those two things. And oh my gosh, up to plus 525. All right. Very good. What do you got?
I got a little hoops action. The
Hoops.
Phoenix Suns are in Toronto taking on the Toronto Raptors tonight. A fella by the name of Royce O'Neal, who is a 3-and-D player. He's shooting over 40% from downtown.
Woo.
Dylan the Villain Brooks, Canadian from Mississauga, Ontario, not in the game.
Ooh.
So there's some opportunities for Royce O'Neal to stretch the floor and hit a few 3-pointers. 3 or more is the play that I like.
Plus money.
In the Phoenix Suns versus Toronto Raptors.
All right. You'll be watching the Raps tonight. We'll also have the baseball game
Yes,
on.
I will.
Looks like a great night. Thank you, Bet365.
Thank you.
How good is Canadian basketball an all-time high right now in terms of players in the NBA stars? Obviously, SGA.
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, homie, 127 straight games of 20 20 or more.
Like he's
on a generational run.
He's going to be on a hall. He's a Hall of Famer.
Yes.
Keep
He's
playing.
going to win an MVP this year. I don't know what the futures are on Bet3, but it was like minus 800 the last time I looked.
Oh, okay.
To win MVP. Oklahoma City's got a wealth of talent, assets. They play together. They play beautiful basketball. They are the favorite to win another NBA championship. Imagine winning back-to-back NBA championships, back-to-back MVPs, back-to-back finals. That's Michael Jordan-ish.
Yeah,
I mean, it's not like
it's early. Yeah, it's the beginning of that type of a run.
Yeah, it's the beginning of that type of run.
Wow.
So yeah, and Jamal Murray, who's Denver would likely be the
second best
foe or adversary in the Western Conference for the Oklahoma City Thunder, and Nikola Jokic is just video game numbers for 5 or 6 years. And Jamal Murray is a great talent from Kitchener,
Canadian
Ontario.
boy.
Canadians.
Good Kingston boy. Keep your head up in the Kitty. Let's go. Super chats. Let's get to it. You want to join the show?
Air horn's also pretty good.
Throw some monetary allocations towards the youth centers of Calgary. We'll get on the show. RB's checking in. RB ran Uyghur out of town.
Really?
This
RB,
guy super chatted every single day, every single post game show
to get Mackenzie out of town.
Yes, it happened.
Yeah, he did it. And look, he's also cheering for Mackenzie to do well in Utah. He's doing it for your kids too. He wants this team to be good in a few years.
What is he saying about Zane and who's the other?
Well,
he's Navich, or who's the other?
Brstevich.
Brstevich.
He's not too concerned about the kids. He just needed weeks to move on, and now he's saying another big loss for the Oiler Greasers. If they miss the playoffs, there will be Mick devastation in Greaser Nation. Pinder, how great would that be? RB, from your keyboard to the hockey god's ears. When McDavid leaves Edmonton without a cup, we are throwing a party on my buddy's lawn while he is at home. The biggest Oiler fan I know. I will drink 24 beers. We will live stream it. It'll be the greatest day of our lives. Amen. You want to come? Swing by for an hour?
No, I those aren't the vibes that I like.
You got a couple of years.
No.
You don't. That's too heavy a troll.
No, I want Connor Andrew McDavid to win a Stanley Cup.
I do too. Get him out of there so he can win one. Get him a real GM.
Let him go to New York or LA.
Yeah, sure. Yes, Hundo. Go partner up with Austin Matthews in LA. That'd be fun.
Could you imagine?
The thing though
Gretzky and what's Austin's cup? Lemieux?
Sure.
Not as nice strong hands though.
No, that's probably a little strong.
Yeah.
But that second tier of star, yeah. Okay. Other super chats, Jack. What do we got? Handsome Dan's vacation rental, $10 for every goal the Flames score this year.
$50.
Handsome Dan, nice. $10 a goal. How many did they score last night?
They did score 5. Yes,
see,
5
better
4,
than
yes.
math than Boomer. Hey, another plus for Cabbie. Room's like carry the 0. 4 goals.
Boy, he had to get his glasses on. I don't know if it's the sunglasses or the bifocals.
Yeah, he's an old man. Scoring goals is fun, and Strome is a point per game player. What? Just kidding, but I love the job Connie's done and look forward to the kids growing and improving through this year and next. See, there it is. That is exactly like everyone
that is a measured
supports
hockey
this
fan.
team is like, yes. It's not a hot take. Short term, we're understanding this pain. Long term, we want a sustainable contender. Handsome Dan gets it, as always.
Okay.
And $10 a goal.
That's a great donation. Thank you, Handsome Dan.
The Flames are going to be able to flip Strome for like a second next year, hey?
Yeah, if he plays well. Yeah, he's going to get tons of opportunities. He's going to get power play reps. He had 41 points last year, a half point per game center.
What did they get? They give up a 7th?
Oh, yeah, ham sandwich. Yeah, they got 6 picks in the first 2 rounds.
One of those Caesars?
No, a 7th. Oh, no. It's continental breakfast for Strome. Ducks needed the cap space. They got to sign some extensions this summer. He's got 1 year left at 5.5. Next up, working man from Detroit. My Red Wings have cooked.
Yeah.
Another March collapse. Are they struggling? Are they struggling?
Yeah, man.
I couldn't care less about the Jets struggling. I want to kiss you.
Oh, yeah, nice. Oh my gosh, Joe Namath, yeah, and Susie Colbert on that Monday Night Football sideline.
Thanks, Joe.
That was before getting canceled because that is absolutely a cancelable offense.
He took some bullets for that, and rightfully so.
26.
Hey, Joe, when you're going to be on national television on like a Monday Night Football game, maybe don't be hammered and try to make out with the reporter on national television.
Maybe don't go to the tailgate. I mean, I know you're encouraged to go see your people, but don't
mix in some temples. You can hammer a non-elk in there.
Gatorade.
Yeah, a little spacer. R&B's back in. McBridesmaid was -3 last night. Great 2-way effort. R&B is just
damn.
Yeah, he's a sharp-tongued fella.
Those are clever. McDevastation is
Yeah.
It's a good one.
Mick Bridesmaid was the one after the Olympics he was using. I thought that was
Oh, that's oh my gosh. What a
Devastating.
18 months.
Mick devastation. Next,
Hunter's had.
279. Thank you for that.
That's all, boys.
All right,
Okay.
Take it
Jack,
on.
how was the show today?
Not done yet.
Oh dear.
We're not?
We got to do the tankathon. We got to figure out why. I think it's boom.
Do you want to try the new website or do that next
No,
week?
we'll,
Okay.
we'll
Last one on Tankathon. I'm telling you, this other one's got
unless
animations.
it's
but-
good vibes.
Yeah, that's true.
Here for him.
So here's the thing. Boomer's the storm cloud.
Okay.
He doesn't walk around the world and see good things. He's worried about a telephone pole falling on his vehicle.
Okay.
Like a rational fear of everything.
Sounds like my mother.
Always worried about the worst case scenario. We need him out of the room when we're doing these mock lotteries. Because those vibes, he can't hang around the Dominican team. Get him away. We need
How many
Dominican
times
vibes.
do you
only.
think we've done this?
Dominican vibes. Yes.
We've probably done this
indeed.
25 to 30 times.
And we've won once, and
Yep.
and Boomer wasn't here.
He was gone. So
Okay, let's get
sans
that W.
Boomer.
Let's get that W today.
Here are the numbers from Tankathon. The Calgary Flames, it's not big percentages. 13.6% chance of picking first overall. Vancouver,
Oh, that's what we're doing?
18.6. We're going to
Yes.
spin the wheel.
I'm not
Cabbie's
I'm
here
not-
for the
I'm
good
not- I'm not
Cabbie.
here for these vibes.
Cabbie, hey, for your kids. Let's go.
Damn it!
God damn it.
Cabbie.
It's not on you. Drop to 4.
St. Louis.
Jack, I did want to ask you how the show was before this. Now this is going to
Awful.
taint your opinion of the show.
Yeah, that's no good.
Awful show. See you Monday, buddies.
Thank you, Cabbie. That was fun.
My pleasure.
Cabbie, thank you a ton.
My
Great
pleasure.
The closeted Calgarian. Catch him on Off the Roster. Tell us time and where we find it.
Tuesday, sorry, every day at 10 o'clock, 8 a.m. Mountain Time on the Nation Network on YouTube.
It's a little warm up for Barn Burner. Get your positivity before we beat you down with the realities of this cold, brutal world we live in. See you, buddies.
Indeed. See you guys.